and it's high, never low. Under pressure, I won't fold. Mama never break no hoes. Steady stacking on my paper, working hard, that's on the bros. Yeah, steady reaching on my goals, and it's high, never low. Under pressure, I won't fold. Mama never break no hoes. Steady stacking on my paper, working hard, that's on the bros. Yeah, said I'm reaching on my goals, and it's high, never low. Under pressure, I won't fold. Mama never break no hoes. Paper chasing every minute, swear to God I have to get it. I was born to be a winner, like a lion in the wild. My competition's the dinner. I had time for these ladies, just wanna lay up, having babies, sitting back and real relaxed. When the system getting it checked, baby girl, if that's your best, then I'm surely not impressed. Hell nah. If I do get a lady, has to be about a baby. Keep it real all the time. Women good 9 to 5, put in work, overtime, support a man, man is mine. Compliment one another, let's stay focused and shine. When I'm mission to get it, girl, it's served by minute. You wild like a cruise ship, silly people be foolish, but finesse people foolish. Smooth, this crazy talking. My last at the jump, used to sound like a tourist. What's going on? What's going on, JBT family? I just want to give you guys a quick little vid right quick. I went ahead and ditched the Ryobi, and I went out and bought me a Milwaukee M18 Inflator. I didn't get the air compressor. I went ahead and bought me the M18 Milwaukee Inflator. You guys know I love my Milwaukee tools. You already know. And I had, you know, these tires, this is actually my spare tire I took off from underneath the truck earlier and put on because I had to put the spare on because my bad, guys, the camera had died, it cut off. But yeah, what I was saying was, when I had plugged this one, I guess since I didn't take the tire off like I did this time and plugged it, I didn't get it in all the way good enough. And it was still had like a small little pinhole leak because I seen like small little bubbles when we had just got some rain this past week. So I've been just getting by using my little stupid 1 gallon Ryobi air compressor for the most part and going to the gas station every now and then and just topping this tire off, because at first it wasn't leaking that bad, but then it slowly just started to get worse and worse. Like yesterday when we was working all day yesterday, I had stopped by the gas station and had the guy put 80 psi in it for me. By the time we got done with my first job within 2 hours, this thing was flat again, damn near flat again, like maybe like 25 30 psi in it, maybe. So I had to take that off. That's why I went ahead and threw this bad boy on. As you see, this is the black rim, chrome black, and all this of course got dirty because from going to the landfill and whatnot. But yeah, man, I can honestly say so far, just off my first time using this inflator, it's beautiful. One thing I like about it is that it has a memory mode. So as you see, for my towing, like for all my tires on my trucks in the rear and all my trailer tires that are 14K gross weight or higher, these things are standard 80 psi. So I already have it. They have it where you can like switch and set like 4 different memories. So this one's locked in at 80. You could set like different, you know, memories for different pressures for like whatever tire. So like, let's say I want to do a car tire like around 30, 35. I can set that. And I think that's pretty dope. So for all my truck tires, it's set at M1. And all my trailer tires will be for M1 80 psi. But yeah, so even what I like about it too is like, let's say for instance, I know I didn't give you guys a demonstration of me using it, but I'm gonna talk about that in a second. Let's just say I wanted to check the air pressure on this one, right? And I know I don't got the tripod on right quick, so 1 second. I'm gonna try to do this real quick with one finger. So it'll automatically tell me I have 63 pounds of pressure in here. Even though these wheels, my front tires are set for 60 psi, but just having a little bit over won't hurt too much, you know, especially when you're driving, it heats the tires up and it creates air anyway. But let's say I just put the other tire on the driver's side down to 62. So all I gotta do is just crack it open just a little bit. Let a little air out. Bam. Oop, a little bit more, hold on. 62.5. Cool. Okay. Now we down to 62 psi. I can work with that now. And I got the other one on the other side set at 62 pounds. So the one thing I can honestly say, guys, let me take this to the back. 1 second. Is that this tool, as far as the hose, I let this run my spare tire that I put on was low, right? So it was already set at like 34 pounds, which of course is very grossly underweighted with pounds of air that I needed to tow with, because the backs need to have more air anyway when you're towing. So I said, cool, I'm going to actually time how long it takes for this machine here to build it up from 34 PSI all the way up to 80 PSI. And I'll go ahead and share that with you guys now, right up here in the corner. But it was over a little over 8 minutes. And impressive, very impressive. Like, and might I say, got the 12.0 battery in here, and I didn't even start with a full battery. So even though it's showing 2 bars, I really only had 3, and only knocked it down 1. So I didn't even start with a full battery. I already had 1 bar missing, and it only took it down one bar. So I mean, not bad at all. One thing I can honestly say I liked about this is that the hose itself wasn't hot, wasn't very warm. It was slightly warm, just, you know, very slightly warm to the touch after the machine was done. And it has a fan you hear in here running as it cools it down. It's keeping the motor and everything cool. So even just touching this in itself was not even hot, barely. You know, it wasn't even warm. You know, so that's a good thing. No overheating, no signs of it, you know, trying to overwork the motor or the, you know, the compressor or whatnot. So yeah, man, I can honestly say this, for my first time buying it, I like it. It also has right here on the back, it gives you 3 different needle, you know, of course it's for like basketballs, and these 2 other things for different applications and stuff, with, you know, if you need to use for other things. So I think that's pretty dope too. And you know, just when you're done with it, my bad guys, I do not have my tripod right now, but you literally just, you know, you wrap it around a couple times, you know what I'm saying? You wrap it around, and like, well, just to pretend if I had my tripod right now, this would be up a little bit high, keep it in a little bit tighter, and it goes back right there. So yeah, it's the storage is what this would look like, but just the hose would be a little bit tighter. So just to give y'all an idea. So with that being said, so far, a great investment. I got this machine within $200 from my local Home Depot store or any place that sells these. So I love it. I would not go with the M12. It shows videos of this one versus the old one, and it beats it out. Like, hands down, it beats it out. So if you guys want something that could pump up your tires, truck tires, trailer tires, car tires, equipment tires, whatever it may be, grab this. And this little sucker right here, even though it's somewhat compact, it's not real big and bulky, and it's kind of light to carry too. It's not really heavy. It goes all the way up. It maxes out at 150 PSI, which I think is pretty dope. The M12 stops at 120. So it's just good to know you had that overage, just to have it where it won't be putting too much wear and tear or stress on the pump itself, or, you know, while it's building up the air pressure into your tire or whatever it may be. So like I say, this one goes up to 150. The old one only stops at 120. And the old one, when I watch experts and people do reviews on it, they say it used to get real hot and real warm. And this thing, as far as time-wise, like how this thing took a little over 8 minutes to fill this tire up from 34 to 80 PSI, the M12 would have suffered, like, drastically. Like, it probably would have damn near been, like, almost double the time. I would have said, like, if this took a little over 8, the M12 would have realistically took about close to 14, almost 15 minutes to fill up. So, cutting down the time, you can't beat it. So with that being said, guys, I just wanted to share that with you. Milwaukee is the truth. They make a lot of great products, especially a lot of their brushless products and things of that nature. Their batteries, yes, their batteries are bulky, but they hold its quality, you know what I'm saying? I haven't had no problems with none of my batteries, none of my equipment by Milwaukee as of yet. No wood to knock on, but we'll knock on the truck, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, guys, I just want to close this segment out and let you know I do like the M18 Inflator. And if you guys want a good bang for your buck, go out and buy it. It's a good investment. All right, your boy. Come on. Okay, you guys, I just wanted to add this in there. Here's a little better idea how it would look. So I just, you know, wrapped it underneath, wrapped it over top 2 times, just bent that in a little bit, then bam. Sits right in there perfectly. Like I say, turn it on, turn it off, turn it on. That's how you start. Decrease your air, increase your air, and you just set the memories. There you go, and that's that. Making a video. Hey man. man. Say, man, y'all already know who it is. Pull up like money, get money. We ain't never slumming. On God.